Welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, keep up to date with what I'm trying to put out to you guys. So I just wanted to touch base with a few things that are happening in the CrossFit space at the moment. So recently, Dave Castro just shared a post about Ricky Garard, who is actually coming back from a 4-year suspension. So his suspension ends on the 3rd of October. Now, it does mention in Dave Castro's post that Ricky Garard will be competing at the Dubai Fitness Championships coming up in December. Now, there was nothing on Dubai's Fitness Championships page about that. However, I have spoken to Ricky recently. I do know that is probably one of the comps that he will probably do first. Unfortunately, Rogue Invitational is pretty much invite only, and it's also too close to when he comes out of the suspension period, so trying to organise all that kind of stuff would have been a nightmare for him. Now, his brother Benny Garard also shared a post on his story, pretty much confirming this as well, okay, that Dubai Fitness Championships will be his first comp back. So whether or not they have offered him a spot at that competition, or whether he feels confident enough in himself that he's going to make it back. Now, it is going to be interesting to see how people welcome him back into the space. The comments on Dave Castro's feed is pretty crazy when you look at it, okay? Some people are all for Ricky coming back, and some people are just really hating the idea and don't think he should get a chance. Now, I've spoken about this obviously a fair bit in the past, okay? I've actually met Ricky quite a few times, and to me, he's a great person, always really helpful, really happy to chat to anyone, really open. And whilst obviously he hasn't spoken publicly about what happened and his kind of thing, like he sort of has, as we found out from that video that Nate Edwards shared. However, he hasn't really confirmed things that have happened. However, his suspension is pretty much over. He's served his time. He's ready to come back. And I guess we'll just see what happens when it does. So I am hoping to chat to him in regards to this after his suspension is up and see how he's been going, especially because he lives in an area in Australia where it's been in lockdown for ages. I know he has a home gym and stuff, so he's quite lucky to be able to train a lot. Also, with him coming back to live competition, it'll be interesting to see how he stacks up against the other athletes. So obviously he has been simulating a lot of events, and whilst he's gone quite quiet in his social media, previous to that we did see a lot of stuff over the last couple of years of him actually doing the workouts visually and stuff like that, and then he would share his scores and he was quite verbal about it and stuff. And I mean, his scores were pretty legit and they were pretty good, and they really ranked him quite high in everything. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes competing in person again. Also, want to touch base about James Newbury. So he is currently back in Australia. He is in hotel quarantine after traveling back from overseas. However, Calm Porter, who he went overseas with, is still in Mexico. He actually just did a Soul Connection experience. So at the Bufo Aloe Vera Sanctuary, so it's in Mexico. So they use DMT, which is an extract from toads, and it gives people this interpersonal experience and soul awakening experience with themselves. So he's actually just gone through that. And then he also shared a post, and he's recently just got a new tattoo. So he's got Thor's hammer on his forearm as well. Now, in other news, Jacob Heppner and Josh Bridges, so they have been training up for a boxing match. Now, that just happened last night. Jacob Heppner is the winner of that match. Both men obviously put up a good show. Fair few people have been yep, they did pretty well for beginners. So obviously they only had 6 months to train for this, and it was an exhibition kind of match, but they was obviously still a winner, okay? Both men have spoken about it and said that they had a great experience with it and everything, and are going to rest up after taking on each other in their fight. So if you have any questions in regards to what I've been talking about, or you want to see something or hear about something that haven't spoken about yet, please make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you hit that like button as well, subscribe, share it with everyone that you know, and let's try and keep building this channel. Thanks.